Hi, we are Tri and Max. We bought our Bavaria Cruiser Sofia in Almerimar in March 2025. First, we went back to Flensburg, Germany to sell our 27-foot Albendiga and move our belongings to Sofia. Next, we sold our car and settled down in Almerimar to do some upgrades on our boat. After everything were done quite as we wanted, we could still not leave the marina. The weather was quite stormy and the wind came from the wrong direction. Finally, the long-waited day came. We left Almerimar to sail to a small bay called Cabode Palos. It's a 48 nautical miles route. We were quite excited as it was our first day with Sofia. After a coffee and a last weather check, we untied the lines and motored to the mariner's gas station. The marinero was very helpful, which made the docking very easy. After tanking up, we said goodbye to Almerimar and motored out into the open sea. About an hour of motoring, the wind picked up and we made 5.5 knots of speed over ground. Sofia glided along the Spanish coast and we watched in awe the bare, rugged cliffs in different shapes. The sea was calm, so I practiced steering Sofia. It was completely different. I used to steer our Albendiga with a tiller, and now Sofia has a steering wheel. But practice makes the master, they said, and it really did. Soon we arrived in Cala de San Pedro, and after a few tries we found a patch of sand and let our anchor fall. Our night was magical with a full moon hung over the reef in a crystal clear sky. The next day we continued sailing to Aguilas, and it was 37 nautical miles north from Cala de San Pedro. We started as the sun still low at the horizon. There were only fishermen out at sea at this time. We didn't have wind most of the day, so we had to motor. Normally, we only sail, but as we saw the weather forecast, we wanted to be in Aguilas where we get more protection from a strong wind that will come the day after. The bay is in front of the city of Aguilas. After anchoring, we rowed our dinghy on land and left it on the beach. We walked along Paseo de Paca. On the left side of the bay, there is a fisher harbor with a canned fish company. On the right side, there is a small marina with a gas station. The next morning, the wind suddenly changed direction. Max dived in to check up on the anchor before the wind picked up. Then he cleaned our boat hull and propeller, which covered with barnacles, as Sofia was moored for so long in Almerimar. In the afternoon, we got 20 knots of wind and our anchor held. There were not too many boats in the bay, but we always keep an eye on them. Luckily, the wind died down in the evening, and we enjoyed the beautiful purple sunset. We left Aguilas after filling up our water and fuel tank at the gas station and sailed 47 miles to Cabode Palos. There was no wind in the morning, but the sea was quite choppy. At noon, the wind slowly came, and after a while, picked up to 80 knots. As we sailed past Cartagena, the wind reached 20 knots close hauled, and Sofia heeled over, making 6 knots of speed over ground. Whitecaps built up around us as the lighthouse of Cabode Palos came nearer. We reached our destination and had a good night, even though the wind continued to blow outside. This is our first leg of our journey from Spain to Greece. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.